Hello everyone, welcome to another video. I'm Randy, and have you ever been listening to the radio and wished that there was a snooze button whenever Barry Manilow came on? Except, would that mean in 9 minutes you'd hear Barry Manilow again? Well, that, my friends, is the only joke I wrote for Gary at Physical Format Rock and Roll, who put out a list of 20 challenges for 20 different VC members, and mine, he wanted me to do a stand-up routine, and I didn't even stand up. But as you can tell, I'm not a stand-up comedian, even though just because you write a couple funny comments in the comments section doesn't mean you're Jerry Seinfeld. But I thought I would kind of switch it up. I'd do a little bit, well, one joke, and then I would do what Gary really likes. He really likes his female music artists. So I thought I'd show some he might already have, or some that he should maybe check out, and maybe I can say something funny somewhere in there, I don't know, but here goes. So let's get started and see if Gary has some of these albums, or maybe he should be checking out these female artists. Of course, I'm sure he probably knows Joan Jett. This is her album called Album, which she must have been kind of bored at the time at thinking up an album title. But it caught on because Johnny Lydon of Public Image Limited called his album like 3 years later. But, yeah. Joan Jett. Or how about before Joan Jett was a solo artist? Here she is in The Runaways. Gary's got like 5 women to choose from here. Of course, I think he's got Lita Ford there. Sherry, what's her last name? I can't think of it. Curry. And there's Joan there. Yeah, there's The Runaways. This is their album, Queens of Noise. How about another one I'm pretty sure Gary has, and that's Samantha Fish, blues guitarist. Her album, Kill or Be Kind. Someone from my hometown of Kansas City. And then, of course, there are the female band, The Bangles. This is probably their best album, their debut. All over the place, and every teenager had a crush on, well, I probably still do. Susanna Huffs. There she is, and there she is again. Or how about Lana Del Rey and her album, Born to Die. This is one of my favorites by her, I think. Anyway, Lana Del Rey. How about a harder rocking Dusty Springfield with a little bit of Wanda Jackson rockabilly thrown in, and that's Tammy Nielsen, who is originally from Canada, but hails out of New Zealand. This is her album, Sassafras. Just great artist to check out. And then you've got Sushi and the Banshees, and this is her album, Kaleidoscope. In fact, Sushi was so exciting, they couldn't even keep her in focus. Not even this picture or that picture. And if you really want to please Gary, you need to show in Olivia Newton-John album. This is her album, Clearly Love. There she is. There's a whole bunch of pictures of her. And then I could show the UK band, Charlie. This is their album, Lines. And yeah, Gary, don't rush out and get this one because she is not in the band. There's the band right there. They have always had some nice album covers. This one, a little interesting tidbit about this album, is called Lines. That's because on this mirror down here, there was little Coke lines, but subsequent albums, they edited that part out. But yeah, band Charlie, Lines. Or here's the Delta Queen, Bobby Gentry. And of course, this correlates with, the provocative look correlates with the song, Fancy, if you know that song. Or if you want to get a little introspective female music, how about Brandi Carlile? This is her album, By the Way, I Forgive You. Yeah. All right, Gary wants to go way back. How about an original rock and roll mama and Priscilla Bowman, kind of a jump blues singer. She was another Kansas City native. Priscilla Bowman. Or how about some pop music from Laura Branigan? This is her album Self-Control. Or then there's the beautiful Morgan James, kind of a bluesy, soulful singer. She was also in the group Postmodern Jukebox for a time. And you can probably go on YouTube and see some of the songs she did where she kind of rocks up a lot of rock, or kind of makes a lot of rock tunes more soulful. She does like Aerosmith's Dream On and several others. But yeah, there's Morgan James with one of her solo albums, that Resonator guitar. And there she is. Morgan James, really beautiful singer. Or we have the J and C Trio at Tantera. That's with Ann Delreen on bass there. They're kind of a loungy, rockabilly, soul group. They're kind of interesting. In fact, this album was recorded at Tantera, which is a lake resort in Osage Beach, Missouri. Now, if you want to live a little dangerously, how about a date with Nona Hendryx here? Looks like it might be a little trouble there. There she is swinging her guitar. Nona Hendryx. Or the next one, imagine if the twins in The Shining hadn't been bludgeoned to death. This might be them grown up. This is the Rostvik Twins and their album, Going Through the Land. Sure that Gary usually does country, although he did show some Dwight Yoakam albums recently, but there's a nice one of Dolly and her album Heartbreaker. Or, of course, there's the Vargas cover of the Cars, not in the band. Or maybe Gary's looking for some bad girls. And here we are with Donna Summer. There she is. And then I just thought I'd show a few CDs just to throw in there. Of course, if Gary was thinking about working on his abs, he could always get some inspiration from J-Lo. Yes, I do have a J-Lo album. There she is. Or how about some rockabilly with Kim Lenz and her Jaguars. This is a really fun rockabilly album. Anybody likes that? Kim Lenz. Or another country artist, Danny Lee, with A Shot of Whiskey and a Prayer. Or if you just want to have fun, how about Cyndi Lauper and She's So Unusual? And Girls Just Want to Have Fun. Or you can think of maybe one of those crazy ex-girlfriends and Miranda Lambert. Or a little bluegrass. Get some Alison Krauss and her album, I've Got That Old Feeling. Or some nice piano playing with the great Alicia Keys. She is at the piano. This is her album, Songs in A Minor. Or one of the most beautiful voices in music, the wonderful Norah Jones. This is her album, The Fall. Some nice puppies on the back. Yeah, nothing to say. Or just some kind of a pop icon, I guess, Jewel and Pieces of You. So anyway, those are I kind of switched it up. I know I was supposed to do a whole stand-up routine, but that ended up being too difficult. It's kind of like the movie, what's that movie called? The movie My Favorite Year, where Peter O'Toole says, dying is easy, comedy is hard, which is actually, a little trivia, a paraphrase of something that the actor Edmund Gwenn said on his deathbed. Edmund Gwenn was the guy that played Santa Claus in Miracle on 34th Street, the black and white classic one, not the other one. Anyway, hope everyone's doing well. Subscribe to Gary. I hope this works out. I know I didn't do my stand-up, but everyone take care.